No, probably hop on. I think he's a little late, but and Jackson has just joined us. What's up, guys?
Yeah,
We're here. It is September 13th. How are you guys doing today?
Shitty.
How's my audio sound? We sound
Why
good.
are you shitty?
Oh, I just missed my 8 a.m. this morning, so.
So you should feel ecstatic.
No.
Is my tooth chipped? Is my tooth chipped?
We've done this every day for the last 3 weeks. It's
no. I actually got punched. I got punched in the face the other day playing basketball.
Oh, your tooth.
Punch
your
or elbow?
fine. Your teeth look fine.
A punch. Like I went. It's been feeling. It just. I feel like I chipped the back of it.
Yeah. Your teeth look fine. They just look like you smoke cigs.
Do they really?
So do mine.
Well, yeah. So do mine. But I also am addicted to nicotine.
I don't smoke cig. I've been.
You have. What's it called? You have in the past.
In the past.
For a while.
Yeah, but
Nothing wrong with that.
what's it called? I gotta go whiten them. How do people get them so white? I've been using whitening strips. I've been using whitening strips. Yeah, the whitening strips aren't working.
Those don't work. I used those for a little bit once. They don't fucking work. That's why you have to. Okay, so that shit. That's why you go to a fucking dentist to get your teeth whitened.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. Okay,
yeah,
because I've met a few people who have like
a ton of money, but yes, that's like the most effective way to actually do it because the white strips don't do shit.
What do celebrities do?
So what he said.
What I said.
Laser whitening. It's usually
laser whitening shit because it's like it's when it looks like unnaturally white. Whenever you see that, that's
Well, I have Crest whitening strips, and
those don't work.
Packs.
I try those all the time.
No. So I got two. I got like 10 days into it, and I noticed no difference. Okay, like I was doing it 2 times. Oh wow,
you did it shorter than I, dude. I tried it longer than you. I tried that shit for almost a month, and it didn't do anything.
Damn.
I did 10 days. 2 times. I was doing it twice a day because they said do it morning and night.
Yeah, you do it morning and night. You do it morning and night after you brush your teeth.
I do. I quit after 10 days because I didn't even notice like a slight difference.
Same. Like there's no difference. It does not work. That's why I stopped doing them. They don't. I tried them like a few years back. Doesn't do shit. Some people have said they worked. I definitely didn't fucking see it. So.
Yeah, maybe it's Reddit. Let's look on Reddit. Best whitening strips Reddit. Let's see what Reddit says, guys.
Don't drink coffee.
Wait,
that's the problem. Yeah, don't drink.
That's
coffee
also.
Yeah,
you'd have to straight up quit coffee.
I drink too much coffee, so that's another thing that doesn't.
I don't want to quit
coffee. It says
exactly.
So supposedly,
I'm gonna drink some right now.
Supposedly, the dentist sells strips that are stronger than they're not over the counter. I guess they're like dentist prescribed. And okay, so the dentist says it's straight up a waste of money to get it from them. They'd gladly take the money. So okay,
that lady's
so supposedly it's what I say. It's Zoom whitening. Yeah.
So it looks like a lot of shit's not really working.
Seems like we haven't quite cracked this yet in society.
I don't know if we ever will.
But there are people whose teeth are like way too white.
Yeah, because they go to a dentist and they get paid they pay.
These people are saying it's not working, man.
Yeah. Well, I'm not talking about like the strips that they give you. I'm talking about like them actually like giving you laser whitening or whatever the fuck they call it. The full on operation in your mouth that they do for it.
My mom got her teeth whitened, but or bleached or whatever. It does make your teeth sensitive. That's the one downside if you do get your teeth whitened.
Yeah, I already have ridiculously sensitive teeth, so I would fucking.
I'm pretty sure when you whiten your teeth, it strips your enamel.
Yes. Yeah, it does.
That's
not designed. You're not designed to have that happen to you.
I hate you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My enamel's important, dude.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. You're not designed.
My mom.
You're not designed for this.
My mom got her teeth whitened, and her teeth are not. They're it's weird. They're not yellow, but they're because they got white and they're kind of grayish now because it's been almost 10 years, 15 years since she got them whitened. But she always complains if something's too hot or too cold that her teeth are easily, and she has to use Sensodyne toothpaste.
That's what I use because my teeth are sensitive.
Yeah, it's so it's Like mine aren't yellow,
the way
like
it
gross.
tastes.
Mine aren't like fucking disgusting. Like I've seen like yellow,
Like mine
yellow.
are nasty.
Mine aren't like you can tell I smoke, but like
Lighting
I guess they're
also.
not that. I guess in the grand scheme of things, my teeth aren't that nasty, but I think they're gross.
I think my teeth are like
I
right
think
now.
Your teeth are like mine. Your teeth are like mine. We just smoke.
No, I think no offense. I think my teeth are a little whiter than yours.
Yeah, they're a little whiter than mine. They're a little whiter than mine. But like you could tell we smoke by just looking at our teeth.
What do mine look like?
Like ours.
Like ours, except probably a little bit wider.
But it's also lighting. We don't really know.
Yeah, it's also
like our
lighting.
Teeth,
yeah.
I like brush my teeth twice a day and everything. So
yeah,
like, it's not
I brush
like
my teeth I always do. Yeah, it's not like we just don't brush our teeth.
I haven't brushed my teeth
it's
yet.
not. Yeah, nor do I have like black shit or like
sometimes
anything
I
on my
forget
teeth.
to do it in the morning, but like usually I brush my teeth twice a day.
Bro, I'm the other way around. I never forget in the morning.
If I'm running late,
you're disgusting. You're disgusting. You're disgusting. I maybe once a week.
If I brush my teeth
before bed, before bed's the one time I ever forget.
You
and it's so red. I sometimes
see. That's the one thing that I can't forget is doing.
Wow! You're telling me you can go about your day without brushing your teeth, but you can't.
Well, I haven't brushed my teeth.
I don't like to do it.
You guys are disgusting, dude.
It's 2 o'clock.
You guys are both
I've left the house. I've left the house twice.
You guys are both disgusting. You're disgusting.
You're disgusting for not brushing your teeth before bed. You fuck.
I said rarely. If I ever
that's
do
the whole
forget
point.
To
we both said rarely, and we said if I ever do forget, it's in the morning.
Mine's at night.
Yeah, so we're just flipped.
I just fall asleep.
Yeah. I
hate the electric toothbrush. When I switched to the electric toothbrush a month ago, it's like a whole fiasco.
I hate electric.
I don't like electric.
It just feels like a whole big thing that I gotta do.
I hate them. I'm just a regular toothbrush guy.
Yeah, Shang. I also hate when the fabrics get in your the things get in your teeth.
Yeah.
I thankfully haven't had that happen.
It's super fucking annoying. All right, enough of this teeth brushing talk. let's get to the business.
But guess who's got a new arena? Guess who's got a new arena coming into town?
The Fighting Clay Bennetts, the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Why are the Fighting Clay Bennetts?
Because that's their owner.
That's really?
Yeah, that's the owner, the guy who fucking took the team from Seattle to Oklahoma City. Yeah,
do you know what the Oklahoma City Thunder arena is called?
What, Chesapeake Bay? And Chesapeake Energy?
No, is that a company he owns?
No. That's what it was called, though, right? Chesapeake Energy Arena.
No, that makes no sense because Chesapeake is on the East Coast.
But that was the name of the arena, though. Oh, I guess it's Paycom Center. My bad. I forgot they changed it. But yeah, it used to be
the Oklahoma
Arena.
So OKC unveils a arena that they plan to, at the latest, will be constructed by 2029, 2030. But the plan is, the reason they're building this arena is to keep the Thunder in OKC for the next 25 years until 2050. And this was actually released by the city council. And to build this arena, they plan to construct the arena, and the Thunder's commitment is conditional on the passage of a temporary 1-cent sales tax by the Oklahoma City voters.
Hey, how much public funds are going to this? Do you know? Does it say?
Yeah.
Jeff. How much public funds are going to this?
All of your taxpayer dollars.
No. So the project will cost a minimum of $900 million.
And how much of that's publicly funded?
The Thunder ownership has committed to contribute only $50 million.
That's
Scam!
That's real life.
Scam!
Yeah, that's real life. That's real life.
That's crazy. I was just kidding.
That's a scam. Yeah. That is a fucking scam. Oh my god. The stadium grift, the great stadium grift will never go away. Because someone will pay it. If you don't pay it, someone will.
Yeah, Jackson. You did. I knew Luke was expecting that number. You weren't expecting that. Like I honestly thought it was going to be 100% publicly funded.
I thought it was going to be
really.
I did not think it was going to be 100% publicly funded, and it basically is. That's fucking laughing stock. That is a fucking scam.
if I was in city council, dude, the first thing I would do, especially if I was if I had a professional sports team or I was trying to entice a professional sports team, I'd be like, yeah, we'll get you 100% publicly funded stadium.
Yeah, see, if I was on city council, I'd be like, not a single cent of our tax dollars are going to giving you your fucking stadium. Not a single cent.
No,
because they're going
a lot of our tax.
Yeah,
not a single cent. Not a single cent.
Jackson, no, you want these guys to come into town because the economic growth.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes,
no,
the economic growth.
No, shut up. Let me talk. There is no actual studies that prove that sports stadiums in cities actually improve the economy of the cities. There is no, of all the studies that they have done, there is not a single one that has shown that sports teams located in the city actually improve the economy of the city. So using tax dollars to make this is just a way to get free money under the guise that it's going to help the economy. It doesn't do shit. That's not even a libtard take, dumbass. That's just me not wanting
what
to
about
fucking stadium.
Luke, what about how nobody ever visits Oklahoma City, so now they
Nobody does anyway. Nobody does anyway. The stadium's not going to.
Well, now people will want to go see Josh Giddey, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. You know, there's going to be a reason.
Nobody's
you know what?
Shut up.
Look,
the stadium looks
Clay
sweet.
Bennett. You know what Clay
Bennett's
Bennett's
going
to
cool.
do? Clay Bennett's going to tell this team, the city, he's like, if you don't publicly fund my arena, I'm going to do the same shit that I did to Seattle. I'm going to tell you, baby, we're going to stay, but I'm really going to take this team to like KC.
I'm going to take this team to KC. Yeah, like
he's like, I love these. He's like, I love these shitty Midwest markets.
It's the best hustle is getting a city to build a stadium for you.
No, but you have to. You have to. You either pay for the
you
stadium
don't.
or you
don't have to. You absolutely do not.
Can I tell you why?
Why can't we make a basketball team?
Let them leave.
Yes.
Let them leave.
Okay.
I don't care.
Okay. Look at all the cities that economically. Look at Seattle's economic prosperity compared to when they had multiple sports franchise to
they
when
still have multiple sports franchises.
No, when they just had the Mariners.
What the fuck does that have to do with anything, bro?
So
doesn't
for
mean
10
shit.
years,
that doesn't mean
or
shit.
the last 10 years or
it doesn't
15.
Sports teams do not help the economy of cities. They objectively.
Yes, they do.
How can that be true?
Look it up.
They provide venues. They provide entertainment.
Shut up. You should ask Baker to send you his paper about a bunch of studies that he read.
Okay, you know what's the best part? And you know what's the best part about this arena? Because the city's building it. Guess who's going to own it? Not the team, the city.
Yeah, the city. That's fine. They do it. Most of these teams don't own their arenas anyway. They know they don't need to.
Well, no, the smart teams own their arena, so
yeah, because they spend a bunch of money. But the city, if they don't want to spend money, like Stan Kroenke.
But this way, the city makes money off the lease.
Stan Kroenke's a piece of shit, right? Don't get me wrong. But one of the good things he did was not take a single cent of public funds to build SoFi Stadium.
That's because it's California, bro. He wasn't going to get it.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. You'd be surprised.
Yeah.
Really?
All these articles seem to back up Luke's statements. Like even though, like it seems like it's good for.
Wait! Fuck you, guys! Fuck you! Like, wait! Like, actually, you go, Jackson. I'll shut up. I'll finish this.
I guess they do give jobs. That's positive.
No, let's let
That's what
Jackson
I'm saying.
speak. Let's let Jackson speak.
It gives jobs apparently, but then all these articles are saying like after they make, after it's done and it gets paid by taxpayers or whatever. And the stadium can generate money, but then it obviously none of that goes back into the community, but it doesn't seem like basically what Luke's saying. So.
All right, let me read what the city
cited.
So let me, Luke, the city news release cited a study that estimated the Thunder's annual economic impact at Oklahoma City is $600 million with 3,000 jobs created annually. The Thunder have played in the 21-year-old Paycom Center since moving to Oklahoma City in 2008. The franchise's long-term agreement to stay in Oklahoma City expired earlier this year, but the Thunder exercised a short-term extension while participating in the arena planning process. The intent is for the arena to open by 2029.
This is all irrelevant.
This is all irrelevant that nobody cares about. So,
but right here it just says that they annually contribute $600 million to the city.
Where's the money going?
To the city. To the city.
No, it doesn't.
Not to the people. Not to the fucking people. And no, it doesn't go to the city. It goes in the
Look
fucking.
at this quote. Look at this quote. Look at this quote.
Woke over here because our Twitter is fucking right wings.
If every sports team in Chicago were to suddenly disappear, the impact on the Chicago economy would be a fraction of 1%.
Yeah.
A baseball team has about the same impact on a community as a mid-sized department store.
Because they don't mean shit. They don't actually help the economy.
That's for Chicago. Look at a city.
Every city is like that. No, shut up. Shut up.
You're telling me if I put a professional football team in Wheeling, West Virginia, you're telling me Wheeling University, West Virginia wouldn't fucking prosper off that football team?
There's no physical way that they could.
No way they would.
Possible way for them to open. They would still be dirt poor. They couldn't afford to go to games.
We got newly woke Jackson over here with his.
They're not going to go to
people. You have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. Oh man. But yeah, shout out the Thunder for scamming the city, and getting a new arena. Shout out Clay Bennett.
Luke converted Jackson.
Yeah.
We called Jackson.
The politics talk is so annoying, dude.
Yeah, this isn't even
this guy's called me a Republican for like a year and a half with nothing to back it up.
Yeah. This is like
so
this isn't even politics. This is
you don't know anything about my political beliefs.
Yeah, this is just Cyro.
You don't even know that much about my life.
No, we don't. But like, no, we just make fun.
I'm from Chicago. I'm literally from Chicago, and I moved to Florida.
This isn't even about the politics.
Pegged as a Republican.
Cyro's just dumb and thinks that sports teams help the local economy when they don't.
I did too until about 10 minutes
also
ago.
Jackson, I also don't actually think I actually don't know what your political view is, but like
this is all
political view because it's all a waste of time. No, I know it's jokes, but it's
no, but the whole Twitter thing is
anti-politics.
Oh, no, it's the whole Twitter thing is just because Elon Musk is trying to push like propaganda on.
I know.
That's it.
And the only reason, and the whole thing is because Jackson, and the only reason I'm making fun of Jackson for the Twitter is because the Twitter's under his email account, so like. Because he made it, so that's why the whole thing I was pushing. It was just funny because, like, yeah, no, dude, but it's like for every one sports recommendation we get, there's like 3 incredibly right-wing tweets that are just being.
Oh like, yeah, and it's out of
breaking news. Breaking news. Fulton County. Yeah.
Like,
oh my God! Breaking news! I've just been sentenced to 13 years in prison
yeah.
for my
that's what we were talking about earlier.
Yeah, we were sending that.
Is that a real tweet? Is that real?
It's satire, but like, watch. Jackson's over here. This is why I always joke around and say, watch. All we see in the background, Jackson has the Chicago jersey and the TV in the background, but he pans left, and it's just going to be a bunch of like, Mike Pence and like Trump and stuff.
He's gonna have like the libertarian snake flag.
He's gonna have the Ronald Reagan mask.
He's gonna have the don't tread on me flag.
I got a great article in the paper today, Cyro. I'll fax it to you.
What is that? What is it? The Epcot Times that he gets the Epcot Times in paper.
You just said Epcot Times.
How do you say it? What is it? What is it called?
Epic.
What is that?
Epic. It's like the super right wing.
It's like the propaganda. It's the propaganda newspaper.
I actually applied for a job for $45,000 to work from them remotely. I was so ready to write right wing stuff.
Oh yeah, that's a good grift. That's a great grift.
They said there was other
candidates. Break global record, but it wasn't that.
AKA, you're not white.
Yeah, they didn't want me. They didn't want me.
You weren't white enough for them.
You guys want to see a gash on my toe?
If we were doing the show and I was writing for an Epic Times, no.
Wait, why'd you just kick him out?
Because he's showing his toe.
Yeah, I don't want to.
We don't, Jackson. We don't show feet on here.
We don't show feet on this show. We're a no feet zone.
Start an OnlyFans.
Yeah, we're a no feet zone here.
Do people have OnlyFans for their toes?
Yes.
Bro. Yes.
Yeah, feet are very valuable on the internet, I guess.
Yeah, I'm willing to sell my feet if someone want to see these toes.
What do feet people do when they get the foot? Do they put it in their mouth?
They probably get foot jobs.
Or do they like cobble?
Yeah, or they put it in their mouth.
About foot jobs, yeah.
They probably like both. Dude.
But a foot job's so underwhelming, I could imagine.
Dude, you know what's the worst part though? That's the worst part when you're watching a porn and they're going
they just see the feet, like, get those things away. Put them away.
Dude, it's a normalized porn. And you think they're transitioning from a blowjob to like maybe doggy or missionary, but no, she goes into the missionary that she starts giving about a foot job. You're like, bro, like now I gotta hit like 30.
You're like,
yeah, you gotta hit the.
I just hit the 15-second thing and I keep spamming it to get it away. I don't want to see those feet. Now, speaking of feet, Brandon Ingram, I guess.
Do you think those porn stars develop the male porn stars develop a feet fetish after getting so many foot jobs?
No, honestly, it's probably just like work. No, it probably just reminds me of porn. I don't fuck with it. That's what I think. It just works, dude.
Jackson, there's like
one
way more
job per porno.
There's probably, I mean, it's a good market.
What's the ratio?
It's how you make bank. All right, Pelicans.
I'd say it's like herpes. For every 4 people you have sex with, you can have herpes. I think for every 4 pornos, there's one foot job.
Every 4 people I have sex with has herpes.
Is that really the number?
Yes. For 1 out of 4 people have herpes.
1 out of 4.
4 people have herpes. So my translation of that stat is if 1 out of 4 people have herpes, that means 1 out of 4 people you have sex with could have herpes. That means I've beat herpes 6 times.
That's insane. 1 in 4 people have herpes?
Yeah.
It's good to know for when I finally have sex.
Oh my god. My god.
1 in 4 people have herpely. And like
it's weird, man.
Yeah.
And like genital herpes or just normal herpes?
I mean, all herpes
probably any herpes. Because it's the same. Just where it affects.
It's the same virus. Yeah, it's where it affects you. Like if you give a blowjob, if you give a blowjob or eat pussy that has genital herpes, your mouth will have herpes, not your cock.
You get a cold sore.
Yeah, but if you fuck somebody,
how do I get a cold sore on my cock, dude? I don't want that to happen.
Because you fuck some herpes.
You fucked it. As Magic Johnson said.
It looks like blisters. They look like little blisters.
As Charlemagne
would they be having an outbreak at the time? Like, am I gonna have sex with a girl and there's like
I don't know. We can call my dad and ask him. My dad has herpes, so we're gonna ask him.
Oh, and you don't? He didn't give you herpes?
No, it's not transferred.
I know it's not like AIDS. It's not like AIDS. I know.
It's not your, but my mom has herpes.
Magic Johnson is like the Charlemagne the God said on that Breakfast Club interview. Did you ever think to yourself?
It was that dirty bitch from Sacramento.
It was that nasty bitch in Sacramento.
You would think
like that. He didn't know how to fuck to process that.
He laughs like that. He's like,
well, you think like that.
He sounds like Fat Albert. You want to think like that.
You think like that.
He's like so taken aback.
That was so funny. That's an all-time clip. That one or the one where Charlemagne looks at Logic and like Logic's talking about something.
Do you ever think about? You ever find the guy who raped your sister?
It's like, who the hell raped your sister?
He's like, well, I'm not going to go into that.
Like, I'm not going to go into that right now.
Oh, you guys want to hear a crazy story? Crazy story. So I'm chilling. I get a phone call from the University of Miami. And yesterday they sent me, they responded. No, let me just finish this story. So I sent them a paper that was my loan deferment, so that my loans weren't automatically deferred. So they were telling me you need to start paying us $2,000 a month, like starting in October. And I'm like,
that was like last week.
Yeah, and I was like, I'm in fucking college. Like I don't have that. Like that's my rent money. And they're like, well, you're gonna have to do this manually. So I had to fill out this paper with my social security number, full social security, and give it to the university. Yes, like and give. No, let me fucking finish the story. So I had to do it manually, fill out a paper, then go to the university, have registrar fill it out, and send it back to me via PDF, and then I had to upload it. Well, I get a call this morning. I had gotten the paper yesterday filled out. They called me this morning, say they had accidentally uploaded it and sent it to another student, and then another student had seen my private information, including my social security number. All right. And then they had contacted the kid and requested that he delete the email. So I called the lawyer this morning, legally consulted with them. I have the school now emailing me. I have the email saved, forwarded it to my dad. They're now sending me a written letter admitting that they sent my private information that included my social security number to another student. And literally on the phone, they're telling me this. I'm like, so you're telling me I possibly could have my identity stolen? Possibly, they tell me. This is all you're telling me. They're like, yes, you have my information. They wrote like the person who did it is now going FERPA training and all this stuff. And I talked to the legal I had a legal consultation this morning with a woman, and she said request that they pay for a year service of LifeLock identity theft. So I put that request. I sent it. They're talking with the department. I assume they're probably going to be like, yes. But I have them sending me a signed hard copy of the email that they admitted that they sent my private information in a letter. And I'm going to save that letter. So if my identity ever gets stolen the next few
then
years,
you'll just be able to recover. Yeah.
Yeah, I can just sue the university.
You can't do anything now because you haven't actually like had an injury occur to you yet.
Nothing's happened to
you, so there's no injury, so you can't actually recover any money right now from them. But like if
but if in the next 2 years, if my identity gets stolen, I could sue the fucking school for fucking
because it's their fault.
Even if they weren't even if that little kid isn't the one who stole my thing, I can still put the blame.
It'd be a negligence thing. It would be a negligence thing.
Yeah, it'd be a negligence thing. I mean, I could sue him right now for negligence.
You wouldn't win anything.
I wouldn't win anything. I would not win anything. But I need this in writing, so down the road, if I do get my identity stolen, I can just.
You can't sue them now for negligence because nothing happened to you. But if something happens to you, like let's say your identity gets stolen in the next few years, well, bam, there's your chance.
Yeah. I wonder if they're gonna have their lawyers reach out.
Probably, That's like
I would not be surprised if their lawyers reach out to me with an NDA or something.
It's fucking insane. That's a massive fuck up. How are you gonna do that? That's so dumb.
I was on the phone. I was like, this is very concerning. I was like, this is a very concerning phone call. Like, first call him. I called my dad immediately. I was like, what should we do? And he's like, call them right back. And he's like, you need that in writing. You need all that in writing. And
that is just you need all of it in writing. But oh my fucking God.
I got it in writing, and now they're also sending me I forward the emails. I have it written in an email. I'm getting it written in a letter.
Well, just in case you see any audience, if you see anybody pretending to be Cyro, it's not him.
Yeah, let me know though, so I can get my student loans paid for. I was telling my dad. I was like, you know what? At this point, I kind of want them to steal my identity because guess what? I probably could get them to pay for my student loans for Kansas and Miami, and maybe pay my court fees, and I could be big chilling afterwards.
That's just you're fun. That'd be insane. Jesus fuck.
Like I was just I was on the phone laughing with my dad. I was like, they really should just steal my identity. I was like, dude, I'd be big chilling after this. Like I got
if they did, bro.
We wouldn't even go to court. They would settle this. They would settle this, and
I was getting out. If this got out, that they fucked up and sent the wrong private information to a wrong student. Yeah, that's bad. That's real bad. They don't want that. They don't want that shit getting out. They're gonna pay whatever it takes.
I was telling my dad. I told my dad, I was like, if they offered me a settlement that paid my Kansas loans and my Miami loans and my lawyer fees and maybe a little bit extra money to live off of, I would sign an NDA and I would sing praises still of the school afterwards. I would even be mad. I'd be like, I love this school.
I love this school. This school is filled with good people.
Yeah. Number one.
There's plenty of good people.
I vouch for this school. Everyone should go here.
All right, so what are we talking about now? Let's move on.
Isn't that how mind blown are you about that? Isn't that a crazy story, guys?
That's fucked up. That's insane.
So if you guys want, please steal my identity. Brandon Ingram will wait until 2024 offseason to discuss an extension with the Pelicans. Brandon Ingram is eligible for a contract extension until June 30th of 2024, and he can wait until next offseason before engaging in those discussions, as he is owed $33.8 million this season and $36.0 million next year. Ingram's eligible to extend for 3 years for a combined total of $147 million. Now, he is kind of in the Jaylen Brown situation where if he signs right now, he can only get 3 years, 147. But if he pulls a Jaylen Brown and makes an all-NBA team, or I think also an all-defensive team, he becomes eligible for a Supermax extension, which, Luke, what was that? 4 years, 5 years, 270?
I don't think an all-defensive team qualifies you. I think
it's not all defensive.
It has to be all-NBA.
Okay, it's all NBA only.
It has to
so
be
right now,
like
Brandon Ingram is in the Jaylen Brown situation from a year ago.
Yes.
And that's the situation where Brandon Ingram's basically telling the Pelicans, it's not that I don't want to extend with you guys. It just does not make financial sense for me to sign with you guys right now when if we sign here and then I make an all NBA team, I miss out on basically $100 million. Correct me if I'm wrong. So I think that's definitely interesting. Jackson, where are you for that, or would you rather go ahead and try to pressure him to pay to get him on discount? Because the thought process is like, oh, you could get this guy in, in the disc, like you could get him incredibly discounted now, which obviously anybody would want him, or you're going to be paying him like $50 million a year. I think with Brandon Ingram, yes, the 3 years, 147, you would love to get him, on a deal where he's getting paid $50 million a year. But if he makes the all NBA, I believe it goes up to almost 5 years, 300 million, which is like $60 million a year, which I know a lot of people are going to say, oh, that's really hard to chew. But what are your guys' thoughts on that? And is it worth? It's obviously worth Brandon Ingram doing it, because if he does make an all NBA team, it really it further implements in our minds that he is that guy, and he kind of is the leader of this team. Everyone says it, New Orleans fans, that this is Brandon Ingram's team. It's not Zion's.
I mean,
Jackson, Luke,
if like he definitely should not sign anything until August. He should not bet on yourself. If you make an all-NBA team, it's a massive raise. Even if you have a good year, but you don't make an all-NBA team, you're still probably going to get the similar back from the Pelicans or elsewhere. I don't know if he's worth that much money, but in today's NBA, if you want to have a chance, you've got to pay those guys that money. Like, you can't just let guys like Brandon Ingram leave for nothing. So, the Pelicans got to do what they got to do to keep him if they want to have any chance of having, any tangible on-court success in the next, 4 seasons.
Damn. Why do I have to pay him right now? Or I don't? Or
you don't have to pay.
You don't, and you shouldn't. You don't, and you shouldn't.
Well, the Pelicans want to extend him right now because it would be a 3-year, $147 million extension. But if he signs the 35%, deal, which would be, I believe it would be going into, it's the same deal Jaylen Brown just signed, because this is Jaylen Brown's 3rd contract. And let me see what the Supermax is. It would be a similar deal, which is, I don't think it would be the full 5-year, $304 million. I think it's like a 5-year. It's 35% of the cap, a salary cap in 2025 NBA. The NBA salary cap in 2025 for the NBA should be $149 million, it's saying. Yes, so 35% of that is, you do point times 0.35.
All right. Well, anyways, Brandon Ingram, don't sign a contract. You're under contract for 2 more years. So, of course, New Orleans wants to lock you in because the CBA money goes up. You're probably going to improve. You just had the best season of your career, and we're getting close to your contract year. So here's an extension, and take it. We just got Zion extended. We got CJ under contract for 3 more years. Let's lock you up for 4 to 5 more years.
Give me 1 second.
I don't really. I mean, it's September 13th. This isn't. And no one cares.
Yeah, no. And Brandon Ingram is probably going to put off signing this extension as long as he can, because he's betting on himself and wants to make an all-NBA team. So, obviously, this is all talk. Nothing is probably going to come of this.
In the meantime, he can just make about $35 million for the next 2 years.
Yeah, so and he is more than okay doing that. So,
I'm surprised we haven't talked about the new NBA rule. That's a huge deal.
Yeah, we've definitely got to talk about we could start talking about that now and wait for Cyro to get back, because that's massive.
Yeah, it is.
That has massive ramifications for the upcoming season. And I fucking hate it. I think it's a dumbass rule.
Why don't you like it?
Because I hate any rules restricting who coaches have selection over playing on a given night. Like anything. The NBA should not be making decisions about which players are playing each night and which players are not playing each night. That is a decision that is best left up to the teams. It's not it's not a league-wide. That's my thing. If I was a coach and a GM, I wouldn't want the fucking league telling me which guys I have to play, which guys I can't play, Like, or not which guys I can't play, which guys I have to play each night, even if I don't want to play them. You know, like if I wanted to rest, like my best 2 players on the second night of a back-to-back when I had to travel from Miami to go travel to Phoenix and play the Suns the second night. If I wanted to rest 2 stars on the next game in Phoenix, I should be allowed to do that without the fucking league telling me that I can't do that, you know? Like, I think it's dumb. It's a fucking stupid rule.
Yeah, some woman just knocked on.
No LeBron, and now going to a Lakers game, you're 100% gonna see AD or LeBron unless one of them's injured.
Yeah. And from its perspective, I understand you want to see your best players play. I get it.
Yeah, it's tough because I don't like the team. I don't like that the team can, right? Like from a coaching standpoint, especially, I feel like this adds a lot of things because from a coach's standpoint, like exactly what you just said. Like I'm trying to make the playoffs. You pay me to make the playoffs. You pay me to make a championship, to win a championship, not to win 50 games in the regular season. So I think the players get screwed. The coaches seem to get screwed. But the fans are a big winner here.
Yes,
but
exactly.
I don't think it. I mean, the season's 82 games. I get it.
It's
if you're healthy,
not going to make
play.
too much of a difference, realistically. It's
like
because like most guys are playing most of the games anyway, unless they actually can't play. Like
and a Ballmer will take the penalty.
Yeah, Ballmer would take the fine if it comes to load managing Kawhi and Paul George. Yeah. So it's like at the end of the day, like it's probably not going to change much. I mean, at least the NBA like is showing that it actually does care about the fans, which is like more than pretty much every other sports league can say. So like at least they're doing that. I just fucking hate it because I hate it when the league makes rules about which guys coaches can and can't play. That's just my hatred of this rule. It's just from a purely like because if I was a coach, I would be fucking pissed if I got told that I couldn't rest 2 guys on the second night of back-to-back if I wanted to, you know?
Yeah.
So listen to this. Some woman just knocked on my door, some old-ass woman, asking how I got my dog to live here because I guess her letter got rejected too. And also, I don't know how she knew I lived here. I've never seen this woman. I don't know how she knew. And she was also like, I'm trying to speak to the owner. I was like, oh, my father, he's at work. And all that. And I'm like, and Jasmine's just barking because, like, you know, they're at the door. And I'm just not trying to. I'm like telling this woman, like, I can't talk right now. Like, I'm at work. And she just wouldn't leave. And I was like, look, I gotta go. Like, my dog's like barking. Like, I'm not trying to get in trouble. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, when you like leave your contact information, like there was better ways to reach out.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Than knocking on my door at like 2:30.
But why don't you give us your thoughts on the new NBA rules, Cyro? That's what we're talking about.
Oh, that's what we switched.
Yeah, when we're done with Brandon Ingram, we finished that up when you left. We started talking about the NBA.
Word. I just want to now I gotta find the bar collar for her and put it somewhere.
Jazzy.
Also, this woman said she had multiple dogs, and I'm like, oh, woman, like if you have multiple dogs, like
that's probably why you got fucking rejected, dude.
Yeah, like I got one.
Yeah,
I need 2 support animals because one isn't enough.
But what are your thoughts on the rules, Cyro? What are your thoughts on the NBA rule?
1 second, let me just hold her. I just don't want her barking. I just try to keep her from.
Wow, I'm Jazz. You're just being so unruly, dude.
No, she's been really good. I just don't like her barking at all because I don't want her. She hasn't been too loud. Dude, she knows the chirp of my car, so I can't lock my car like with the chirp anymore. I have to manually lock it because I did it once and I heard her go from like outside, and she's on the 8th floor.
Damn, you're loud. You're loud, girl. Or she's like, yeah, I know.
And then also here I'm trying to get Henry to move down here, but like only family can live or something. Like Nikki's easy because like I'm gonna get engaged with her, so she's be my fiance and be like
like that's
fucked up. Yeah, like you're not gonna tell me no to my fiance, but like Henry, we're saying he's my cousin, or like if Luke, you moved in with me, you'd be my cousin. From my mom's side.
Yeah, there we go. More believable.
That's what I'm saying. Different last name.
That's funny. That's the best scam. Even better than the public stadium funds.
The public stadium funds? No, the best game is the TIF tax or community improvement district.
I don't get why you bought a condo and they won't let you have a dog and somebody outside of your family.
HOAs. That's why.
So first off, it's
but these are like really
the reason
simple.
why I got.
I get the
let me explain before we talk about the rules. So, I live in a 55+ community. Technically, this is why I got a really good deal on this place because it's only a certain demographic is eligible to purchase this, and because my dad is the owner, I'm like getting the mortgage. I'm paying the mortgage, and like my dad is retiring, so like technically, you have to be 19 or older to live here. So the whole thing is it's really strict because it's like almost like a retirement community. I mean, though.
That's why your dad. That's why it's in your dad's name. If it was in your name, you wouldn't fucking be there, would you? Exactly. Yeah.
And then I try to stay, I'm just trying to be forgotten about, not noticed. Which I
mind your own business and just don't do anything.
Yeah, like I don't take Jasmine in the elevator. Like I walk up and down 8 flights of stairs.
Why don't you take the fucking elevator, bro? Just take the elevator. It's not.
I don't want.
Just get a different condo. Well,
not. It's too late now.
But, yeah. What if you get like a job in Spain in like 8 months? You just sell it, or does your dad?
No. I mean, my dad's moves in, but like, what plan is I'm staying out here. I mean, right now I'm trying to break into West Palm Beach. I envision being here for like 5 to 10 years. I mean, when I do sell this place, we'll probably just sell it to buy a bigger, like an actual house.
Yeah, to buy like a house.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But I think I'm just gonna. The more I've been spending out here, it's kind of hard to envision myself leaving.
You've become one with being a South Beach guy.
Yeah, it's just
you're becoming like DJ Khaled, you know.
It's just like, why would I ever move back to the Midwest?
Exactly. Why would you? Just be like Rick Ross. Buy a mansion on an island, you know?
Like Luke at this point, he's incentivized to move down here. He has a place to
buy a mansion on an island.
Luke just needs to pass the Florida. Luke just needs to pass the multi-state bar, and then he can get himself
and
down.
then I'd be set. It's on you.
He has a couch to surf on.
Yeah, I just need to pass the multi-state, which is like not have to worry. But don't have to worry about that now. That'll be later.
Dude, one of my classmates, he almost went to Tulane Law School.
Interesting.
I said no. At first, I was like, "That's dope," and then I started thinking about it. I was like, "Oh, dude," I was like, "I would have never studied law in Louisiana." I also got reached out.
No, because if you go to Louisiana for law school, you are basically like have to practice in Louisiana. But like, if you want to practice in Louisiana, like, just know that the multi-state bar exam is not going to fucking help you. It will not do anything to help you.
Yeah. Okay, let's get into this.
It's like the worst bar exam of all.
No, I agree. Okay.
So what are we getting into now?
Kawhi Leonard and Paul George rule change, just that stuff in general. We'll talk about right now. And let me just pull that up. I just want a picture to do what we go with. Alrighty, here we go. We'll share this right here. Let's move over. Okay, perfect. So we got ourselves right here, Kawhi Leonard and Paul George, who it's kind of funny ever since it's been the last 5 days, week that we've heard about the rules going to be implemented or that they were approved and now that they're being implemented. And every time you've seen these rules be talked about, the picture for every article or tweet that's attached is a picture of Kawhi or a picture of Paul George and Kawhi. And it seems like the Clippers are the poster childs for they're
the load management poster boys.
So the NBA Board of Governors is the Board of Governors. I forgot. Board of Governors is, people don't realize in the NBA, yes, there's owners, but like
teams. The representatives for the teams
teams. Yeah. Like we talked about the Phoenix Suns Board of Governor is the son of Mark Bartelstein's son. Josh Bartelstein is the board of governor for the Suns. So that's why all of the free agents who signed with the Suns were part of the Bartelstein agency.
So like Bartelstein is the governor of the Suns. The board of governors obviously is all of the governors of the teams.
Grusebeck is the board of
governor. For the Celtics, not board of governor. But
he's the governor, but like people don't
The
realize
board of governors is all of them.
But Grusebeck isn't actually the owner. He's part of the owner. He's the largest owner in an ownership group.
Yeah, he's the majority. Well, not majority owner. The largest owner. There is no majority owner because there's no one
largest stakeholder.
Yeah, there's no one person that has 50% plus control of the Celtics.
I think it's like 30, and Grusebeck has the largest.
Yeah, Grusebeck has the largest.
So either way, they approve that this is a rule preventing teams from resting 2 stars in the same game. And the policy is that a team is unable to rest 2 stars in the same game. A star is defined as a player who has made an all-star or all-NBA team in the past 3 seasons. Under the new rules, the teams will be fined $100,000 for the first violation, $250,000 for the second violation, and over $1 million for each additional violation after the second time. And now I want to share with you guys, someone did a really good job and tweeted out a picture of, or not picture, but a list of all 49 players or 49 star players. Do you want to see who?
Yeah. Pull it up.
There is a list. I got to share it.
I saw the list of the teams that had star players, but I didn't see about who the list was for every player that's considered star.
All right, so there are 49 players that are considered stars according to this.
Yeah.
You know,
anyone who's made an all-NBA team in the last 2 seasons.
All right, so we got ourselves
Ben Simmons. I cannot believe, because it's a technicality. Yeah, he is technically, according to this definition, a star.
In the last 3 seasons. So Ben Simmons, Rudy Gobert, DeJounte Murray, Trae Young, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, LaMelo Ball, DeMar DeRozan, Zach LaVine, Nikola Vucevic, Jared Allen, Darius Garland, Donovan Mitchell, Luka Doncic, Kyrie Irving, Nikola Jokic, Stephen Curry, Draymond Green, Chris Paul, Andrew Wiggins, Fred VanVleet, Tyrese Halliburton, Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, Anthony Davis, LeBron James, Triple J, or I guess Jaren Jackson Jr. because he doesn't like being called that, John Morant, Bam Adebayo, Jimmy Butler, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Drew Holiday, Chris Middleton, Mike Conley, Anthony Edwards, Karl-Anthony Towns, Zion Williamson, Julius Randle, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Joel Embiid, James Harden, Bradley Beal, Devin Booker, Kevin Durant, Damian Lillard, De'Aaron Fox, DeMontis Sabonis, Pascal Siakam, and Lauri Markkanen.
Mike Conley and Ben Simmons. There it is. I love it.
Look at it. Yeah. So what are your guys' thoughts when you see this list, and are you guys shocked by the fact that if the fact that, like, let's say a guy, if you rest who, I really think Fred VanVleet being in there is shocking too.
Yeah, Fred VanVleet, fucking Mike Conley, and fucking, like, if Rudy Gobert and Mike Conley get rested for a week for a game,
when did Mike Conley finally make an All-Star team? I thought Mike Conley was the guy who got snubbed his whole career.
No, he made an All-Star team with the Jazz. That was his first All-Star. And
no. Yeah, because I remember the whole thing with, if people don't know this, Mike Conley, for his whole career, he was a top 5 point guard. He was probably the 5th best point guard.
Yeah, for Memphis, and he never made an All-Star team for Memphis. He only made it for Utah when he was not in his prime.
There was, like, for his entirety career with Memphis, everyone will say Mike Conley was probably the 5th best point guard in the league.
And should have been an All-Star.
Should have been a multiple All-Star. Yeah, like, everyone agrees 100%. He was, that was always the thing. I completely forgot that he finally made it with the Utah Jazz.
Yeah, he made it with Jazz.
But I do. So, like, I shout out. I'm happy for him.
Rest those 2 guys, they will get fined, and that is a fucking joke. It's Rudy Gobert and Mike Conley. Those aren't guys that fans are going to the games to see.
You weren't here, so Jackson and I came up with a really good idea. I think if you got rid of back-to-backs, there's 2 things we said.
They should have done it a while ago.
They should make the season 1 month longer and space out the games longer.
Yes.
Okay. And we said if we do that, we should make it that there's 18 guaranteed roster spots and there's 2 two-way spots. So there's actually 20 players. That way, similar to soccer, people don't realize this. In 1 week of soccer, you could play a Champions League match, you can play a cup game, and then a Premier League match. And in all three, and each game, you might have a different lineup, a different 11-man lineup.
You're going to be rotating a bunch of guys.
And I think by having more players, this is what Jackson and I were saying, by having more players, we would be able to then, have these lineups so people would understand they have lineups. I don't watch hockey, but I believe hockey, you have the same thing. I know you have lines in hockey, but in baseball, you don't play your pitcher every game. Okay, that's the other thing. People understand that when you go to a baseball game, not every baseball game you're going to see Ohtani out there.
Well, Ohtani hits, but even then, guys still get there's a reason why you have 2 catchers in a baseball game, because your catcher is not going to catch all 162 games. That's fucking ridiculous.
You either shorten the schedule to 65 games and you eliminate back-to-backs if you want to keep it there, or you make the season. You start the season at the beginning of September instead of at the beginning of October, and you space it out, a lot. The games out a lot longer.
No
so there's no back-to-backs. You keep 82 games. You have the in-season tournament. You add 3 guaranteed roster spots, so it's an 18-man roster with 2 two-ways. And then that way you have this, this lineup where, okay, maybe in cup tournament games, they don't play their starters. They're like, we're just going to play only our young guys so we can figure out which of these 12 dudes will take out our 6 best players. We'll rest our 6 best players for cup games. And then during the cup games, we play our 12 young guys or 12 depth, all those guys to figure out which of these guys are going to be the best for playoff time, experiment with lineups. And then in non-cup games and regular season games, you play your starters.
It's just ridiculous that all of those solutions are better than what they actually came up with. Punishing teams for resting guys is a fucking joke.
I was really proud. I wish we could go back. Sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, but go back. Jackson and I talked this out yesterday and had a really good thought out plan.
Yeah, it's just me and Jackson talked about this a little bit earlier when you left for a little bit. I think it's a fucking joke to punish coaches for the team that they choose to select for every game. That is a joke. As a coach, you're not going to fucking tell me who I can and can't play. If I want to rest,
we have load management. People are going to be like, football, you have snap counts. You remember, when guys get older, they're like, okay, he's only a first or second down. Jackson yesterday, he goes, AJ Green. You remember AJ Green at the end of his career? He was only playing their first and second downs. And you got guys who are just third down running backs, You got guys who are, or
you have rotational.
Or think about DeMarcus Ware or Elvis Dumervil. What I'm saying, or Elvis Dumervil, or these old pass rushers. When they get old,
just rotate
they just rotate them. They're like, we need you fresh. So when you come in, you go 110.
Yeah,
what was it, John Abraham? You remember John Abraham?
Second down, but we need
you remember John Abraham. His last season, I think he played 50 snaps and ended up with 9 sacks with 50 snaps.
Because he only got used on third down pass rushing situations.
Yeah, and he ended up playing his last season.
But it's because it's fine. It works. I just
listen to this. His last 2 seasons at 34 and 35, he had 10 and 11.5 sacks. In his last 2 seasons, he literally had 22 sacks almost, and he only played a combined. Where's his snaps counts?
They don't have snap counts on Pro Football Reference. That's all. But anyway, your point is valid. I get what you're saying. That's why it's part of what I'm saying too. It's you cannot tell me as a coach who I can and can't pick in my lineup. That is it's an infringement on my rights. God damn it.
I want the record to show AJ Green, just flip third down red zone. But I think this is more of just kind of a wake-up call to the NBA. I don't think the only players I know who load management at a rate that they would be fined would be Ben Simmons, Kawhi Leonard, and Paul George. Everyone else on this list plays pretty much every game except maybe in the end of the season.
Yeah.
But I think they're going to be – I can still say Giannis is, nursing a banged-up ankle here. I think it's just kind of a nudge to the NBA, hey, we need you to play. We need you, Paul George and Kawhi Leonard, to play more than
40 games
every 5 games.
We need you to play more than 40 games.
Here's a fine that we're gonna get you if you don't do it. But then the Clippers, I'm gonna assume there's some wiggle room saying Kawhi's got a bad back.
I also think it's the other one is also to protect them from what the Dallas Mavericks did.
Yeah. Oh yeah, 100%.
Oh, that was so stupid.
Yeah,
I can't believe they did
so,
They were pissed at that. The
so
NBA
I
was
think
pissed
this
at
is
Dallas
not. I think we're also everyone's thinking about the Clippers, but we also have to think about this is for teams like the Dallas Mavericks that they're like, oh shit, it's the last 3 games. Yeah, exactly.
It's the last 3 games, and we need our pick to be in the top 10, otherwise we lose.
Yeah.
So yeah, like 100%, 100%. What Dallas did is dumb. That should not be there. That has no place in the NBA.
I think this for the whole part is for mainly like the Kawhi Leonards and all that. But I think a small part of the reason why the fines are so big, it's for teams at the end of the year that they're looking at, like the Dallas Mavericks and like maybe the OKC
teams
Thunders,
teams that are not eliminated from the playoffs but are choosing not to.
Not eliminated from the playoffs. The teams that are in play-in contention, and they're like,
that
do I
are
go for
choosing to purposely fucking tank. Like that's the problem. It's like they're deliberately choosing not to make the playoffs and not to try. Like that is the problem. Like,
so I think that's why the fines are so big, because they're looking at these teams and they're like, you got 5 games. You're going to pay me. You're going to pay the NBA almost fucking $10 million in fines.
Yeah. It's like, do you want to do that? Yeah. Is your first round pick really worth that much? You know, you're going to get that pick. You know, you're going to get the pick next year because it's protected. So, you know, you're going to get it next year if you don't have it this year. So,
and you know, you're fucking throwing a dart at a dartboard anyways.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I think that's why I think people are all saying, "Oh, this is for like the Clippers," but I think it's also for teams that are getting
a lot of it's for Dallas. Dallas kind of went under the radar for doing that shit last year, but the NBA didn't forget.
All right, guys. Not that we want to talk about this situation, but I think we're not going to get into our huge. Also, some guy named David Stearns has been hired as the president of baseball operations for the Mets. David Stearns.
Yeah, not David Stern. David Stearns.
Yeah, isn't that funny?
Yeah, I saw that.
Okay, either way. So what we're hearing, again, I think we're just gonna. I think Jackson and I did a really good job last year with the Miles Bridges situation. That we're just gonna continue until we'll just report on whatever information we hear coming out, and then we'll just move on just to address it because it is news and it is something that's happened. But again, neutral until information comes out. I don't want to put any position on this. We aren't investigators. We aren't.
With that being said, the information that has come out, it does not.
So let me read that. So ESPN wrote, Kevin Porter Jr.'s alleged attack on his girlfriend at a New York City hotel left the woman with a fractured neck vertebrae and a cut above her right eye. Allegedly, he started the attack while she was asleep and inside the Millennium Hilton near the United Nations in Manhattan. Prosecutors said he didn't stop until his girlfriend ran out of the hallway covered in blood. And this is supposedly not the first time, including an incident where he rammed his car into hers. And as well as, I believe there was one more instance they had something else that NBA Central had put out there. I want to include 1 second. It is right here. My apology. Okay, right here. So supposedly Kevin Porter Jr., this is weird, but I don't know why this is being mentioned, but JT Gatlin of Locked On Rockets said they were supposedly out in a Houston club and there was a disagreement with DJ in the club, and KPJ took the laptop and smashed it to the floor and destroyed it and started tearing up the place.
That is, I don't know why he's talking about that. That is completely irrelevant to this.
Yeah, and I don't want. Only reason I brought this up is this is the problem when shit like this happens. People start pulling up examples from the past, like you were saying.
Like the shit about the loaded handgun and the marijuana.
Who cares? Who cares?
He had no charges. They were dropped. He said he didn't know how the gun got there, and he didn't.
It just shows that
they believed him because they found out he was right.
These Twitter people with Twitter fingers who think they're like so-called like investigators or like fucking like internet lawyers, they don't understand that what you did in other fucking cases, as long as it's not fucking, you haven't been prosecuted and there's no, like, you know what I mean, actual fucking record,
bro. Most of the time judges don't allow that shit in front of a jury.
Yeah, that does not matter.
Unless it's particularly relevant to the case, most of the time they don't allow that shit if a defendant's prior conviction, if it's not relevant. For witnesses, they don't give a shit because it's like it's to the trustworthiness of them. But for a defendant, it's going to prejudice the jury. Most of the time, the judge is not going to fucking allow that shit.
Yeah, but like Jackson said,
So
he is innocent till proven guilty. We don't know what it is.
Sorry.
No, go Jackson.
Well, it's just, yeah, man. It's like Miles Bridges. It's hard to read reports and not jump to a conclusion.
Very hard.
I'm surprised there's no pictures though. Like this is a family that's a lot.
Here's the breaking news. So here, I'll just read the paragraph. Multiple news outlets reported Monday that, however you say her name, informed law enforcement that Porter had struck her repeatedly with a closed fist, choked her during the altercation. However, she contradicted these reports, asserting that she has not provided any verbal or written statement for prosecutorial purposes. Some reports suggested she suffered a fractured vertebra in her neck. In response, in response, representatives for the former player, whatever her name is, I'm sorry, I can't, Gondrzik, had not given her consent for the release of her medical records. Instead, they claimed that information regarding her injuries may have been relayed by an officer who overheard discussions among medical personnel rather than through direct statements from the doctors treating her. Furthermore, her representative strongly refuted claims that her relationship with Porter was tumultuous and abusive. They insisted that such narratives were untrue, with the quote, "In no way does this represent what the relationship has been." So I think it's just a good indication of people asking for his head already. I'm just saying.
Because this is the thing. People jump to conclusions. Now,
can I say something? Can I say something? Within the 48 hours of Miles Bridges doing what he did, we saw pictures. We saw a video of his child, like talking to the aunt. We saw pictures of her at the hospital. We saw like actual, even with Greg Hardy, we saw, and I'm just comparing this again. We don't know anything neutral. Yeah. It's weird how nothing came out. Nothing came out because especially you would think.
Yeah, I mean, we just have like the criminal complaint.
Yeah, we would think she would
medical examiners,
especially with what her sister posted on IG. Especially with what her sister posted on IG, you think her family would be posting on social media all her injuries to get the public court of opinion on her side.
I would imagine.
Am I wrong?
Not necessarily, because like they may not want that shit to get out.
Okay. I mean, I don't know. I'm just comparing it to the Miles
investigation.
So I'm just comparing it to the Miles Bridges situation where they got out within 48 hours to make sure everyone saw the hospital pictures, that they weren't doctored like an Amber Heard situation.
Yeah.
It's all weird, and it started really bad, and it's
the burden of proof is obviously on the state. A criminal complaint is in no way true. They are just allegations that have not yet been proven in a court of law. So we've got to keep that in mind when talking about things like this. Not with that being said, that's not to say that we are like not showing sympathy. Like
we just don't know.
However, we just don't know because these things are called criminal investigations and they take time.
This is what's so annoying is people are like getting so pissed off at people. I don't care if people think I don't care about her or I don't care about him. Like I don't like this woke culture is so annoying in situations like this. Like obviously a normal human being feels bad that a woman was possibly assaulted to the point where she has to, go to the hospital and scream.
No one deserves that.
It's so annoying that people are using this as like nothing else matters. But like I think of it from a Rockets standpoint where it's like, no, dude, the season starts in less than a month. Like we have to prepare for post Kevin Porter Jr. Obviously,
I mean, this also could be a Ray Rice situation where in like 6 months they get married.
Yeah, or a Mason Greenwood situation.
It's so annoying. Social media makes all this so annoying that you can't have any opinion, and if your opinion is anything other than like socially acceptable, then send him to the gulag with Kevin.
Blame the libtards.
Yeah, I guess, bro. But it's like the point is like
we don't know
thing about criminal liability and a whole thing about criminal investigations is that by the law you are innocent until you are proven guilty in a court of law by a jury of your peers. So
before we play Hoops, Grid, and Purtle,
I don't have a problem with people reporting on this shit and talking about like his relationship with her and talking about the issues in the past that he may or may not have had. That's fine. I don't have a problem with that. I just have a problem with people because I saw a bunch of shit a few days ago about his arrest with the fucking handgun and the weed in the car.
Yeah, just using other things.
I have a problem with people talking about other things that are completely irrelevant to this.
So real quick, what do you guys think?
Still don't know how it's irrelevant, but we'll save it for a different day.
So Chris Paul,
what, the handgun and the weed?
Yes.
Oh, that's completely irrelevant to this.
But it's a previous
just change
encounterment with law enforcement.
But it has nothing to do with domestic violence.
We're moving on.
Okay.
Yeah,
but I think it paints a picture. I think
it does. It's just it just prejudices the jury against him. Like, it's completely irrelevant, and most judges wouldn't allow it.
Let's move on, boys.
Conviction in there. Yeah, let's move on. Chris Paul.
Chris Paul, according to March A. Spears, is expected to start for the Warriors. So that means the lineup is either going to be Chris Paul, Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, Kevon Looney, or Chris Paul, Klay Thompson, Steph Curry, Andrew Wiggins, Draymond Green. Do you think Chris Paul actually starts, or is it a ceremonial start where he comes in for 2 minutes and then they sub in Klay Thompson off the bench or Andrew Wiggins off the bench? I personally think Klay Thompson should come off. No, I know. I agree.
Start, but like, remember when Zaza was the starter for this team, but only played like 20 minutes a night?
Yeah, and then that's what I'm thinking. What they do, it's a ceremonial start, so he isn't like aggravated or anything. He comes in, he starts the game for 2 minutes, and then they either have Klay Thompson come off the bench or Andrew Wiggins. The only reason I say maybe Andrew Wiggins is because maybe Klay Thompson goes, I ain't never heard of a $40 million player come off the bench.
Probably,
and they tell Andrew Wiggins, hey, you make 25. Do you mind coming off the bench for 2 minutes? Like, starting off the bench for 2 minutes.
You'll still play starters minutes. You just won't be starting.
Yeah, so like I could see that.
I'd say trade me.
No,
I'd want to be. Andrew Wiggins, the Golden State Warriors do not win the championship without Andrew Wiggins. They win that championship without Klay Thompson.
I know, but like the thing is like
Chris Paul should never touch a starting.
I personally think Klay Thompson. I mean, he is starting. He's expected to start. This is a fact.
Clay's Klay.
And guess who else? And guess who their head coach is? It's retard Steve Kerr, who is obsessed with the concept of small ball, and it lost us Team USA's FIBA basketball, and it's gonna come back to bite them in the playoffs, I would imagine, unless they figure it out and be like, oh my goodness, Kevon Looney is actually one of the most efficient basketball players.
I think Klay Thompson is probably the better guy to come off the bench because
I agree that he won't do it though.
That's what I agree too. I don't think he'll do it.
Chris Paul is Chris Paul. Klay is Klay. They're both going to want to start. They both will start because you have to keep them happy. And sorry, Andrew.
And Andrew Wiggins is known for having the problem why Andrew Wiggins never became the Maple Jordan is because he doesn't have an alpha mentality. Like, it's not that he's submissive. Andrew Wiggins is just very cool with being like a team player, like going with the flow. Like that was a big problem in Minnesota.
Wait, hold on. Are you guys proposing that the starting lineups Chris Paul, Klay Thompson, Steph Curry, Draymond Green, and Kevon Looney
for 2 minutes, and then
and then Chris Paul comes out? No, that's what they're gonna do. It's not good.
No way.
Dude, I don't know what to tell you. They have confirmed that Chris Paul is confirmed to start. Chris Paul is starting. This isn't like us making this up. Chris Paul is starting.
He is not starting over Andrew Wiggins. There's no way.
Yes, he is.
No, he is not.
Someone's got to do the jump ball. Someone's got to do the jump ball.
Who's doing jump ball then?
It's Draymond Green. Yes.
No, Draymond's not doing jump ball. He's like 6'6". They're not doing that.
Okay, I'm going to ask you guys a question. How many minutes
There's a reason why JaVale and Zaza started for that.
How many minutes did Kevon Looney play last season?
Draymond Green has a 33-inch vertical.
How many minutes did Kevon Looney play last season? 20.
Jackson,
24,
JaVale McGee and Zaza Pachulia started for this team.
You don't bench Andrew Wiggins.
You do.
You don't bench one of the best two-way players in the league. I would ask for Steve Kerr to be fired.
It doesn't affect his minutes. He's still going to play 30 minutes a night almost. He just doesn't start the game because they have somebody do the jump ball, and they kind of need Kevon Looney to do that.
I understand, but Andrew Wiggins is not Jordan Poole. Andrew Wiggins is not.
I know, but
Josh Hart.
That's not the
He's not
point.
Kevon Looney. Andrew Wiggins is Andrew Wiggins.
Klay Thompson is Klay Thompson, and he will not come off the bench. Chris Paul is Chris
and
Paul
he's not. He's not. The starting lineup, I guarantee you, I'll put $100 on it right now with both of you separate bets. If Chris Paul's in the starting lineup week 1, Kevon Looney will be on the bench because you do not take Andrew Wiggins off of.
And then you're basically just starting Draymond out there and giving up first possession of the game. Well, which I guess is fine.
Did we watch FIBA? I know
Wiggins would be the jump ball guy. If Wiggins is out there, the starting lineup, he's going to be the jump ball guy.
Yeah, but they're not going to do that. They're not going to do that. Chris Paul is starting for this team.
I guarantee Kevon Looney should start. Chris Paul should come off of the bench. But
Chris Paul.
That's not what Steve Kerr is going to do.
We're telling you that it's going to be a ceremonial start. You're acting like this starting lineup is real.
The starting lineup is fake. It's a myth in today's NBA. You can play starters minutes.
I am aware of this. You guys are. This has nothing to do with this. I understand how
you're acting
minutes
like the
work.
fact that
I understand how minutes
the game is going to ruin everything.
It's not. But you don't start Kayvon Looney over Andrew Wiggins
if
you need to make Chris Paul start. Why?
Yeah, you do.
Since
because
when
you take Chris Paul out after 2 minutes, and then Wiggins comes in the fucking game.
Also, like, I think, Jackson, you're forgetting that, like, Wiggins has actually came off the bench, like, a lot more than you think for the
Andrew
Warriors.
Wiggins has started every single game he has played in his NBA career. Every single game since 2014, Andrew Wiggins has started the basketball game.
Yeah, he has.
I don't want to hear it. When week one happens and Andrew Wiggins is in the starting lineup, I'm going to go at both of you because I'm getting berated. And I'm going to go at both of you.
I wonder who's going to be on the bench then.
Okay,
it's going to be
Kayvon Looney
because you don't start Andrew Wiggins over Kayvon Looney.
Came off the bench once during the playoffs.
Yeah, once. He started every other game, though.
I honestly, guys, I misremembered. I thought when he came back from his dad being sick, he was off the bench this year.
Nope.
Because he lost all that. Okay, so my apology. That was me. I misremembered. I thought this past season, because of he missed all this time with his dad, when he came back, he was off the bench primarily.
All right, I am gonna have to go to class in like a few minutes. So
okay, let's do this.
Okay,
right here, Pirtle, real quick.
Pirtle?
Right here. This is easy. This is Robin Lopez.
Kobe White?
Lopez.
Yeah, it is Robin Lopez. Yeah.
Oh,
okay. Okay, right here. Now go over here. Warriors, Wizards.
Warriors, Bulls, CJ Watson.
Jordan Poole.
Wizards, Warriors, Steve Blake.
CJ Watson played on the
Wizards, Warriors, Steve Blake. And then Hawks, Bulls, Anthony Morrow.
Good one. That was good.
Did you play this earlier, Luke?
No.
Nice.
I just know Steve. I just had these guys in like another. I had the in the immaculate grid version.
Kirk Heinrich's gonna be too good.
Yeah, I had Morrow and Steve Blake. Oh yeah, Martell. No.
Oh, he didn't play. Was he all rookie though?
No, he was not.
Who's the last Bulls all rookie?
Well, I mean, like D-Rose, Kirk Heinrich, Joakim
so
Noah.
I'm trying to think of one from
that is so long ago.
What about Thunder Warriors?
Tyrese Thomas.
Wow, Jesus fucking Christ!
How much did you guys like that?
That was a good one.
I haven't thought about him in like at least 2 years.
Chris Humphries never played for Oklahoma City, did he?
No.
I don't believe it. He did.
I'm trying to think of a Wizards guy.
He was a Wizard, wasn't he?
Yeah, I believe he was. Actually, try that. Try Chris Humphries.
Was
Hawks, Wizards. I know he was a Hawk.
Hey.
Dang, there you go.
Damn, he had a long career.
Yeah, he had a long career for a lot of teams. What about?
Oh, dude, I thought Kerwin
was Ibaka first team?
Oh, okay. Well, this is gonna be. I was gonna say Thabo Cephalosha, but I think that's too popular for. Oh, wait. Switch this. Pause. Do Thabo Cephalosha for Bulls and Hawks, and then do Anthony Morrow for Thunder Hawks. No. Bulls Hawks. Bulls Hawks. You clicked on the wrong one. Thabo Cephalosha for Bulls Hawks, and then Anthony Morrow for Thunder Hawks. Anthony Morrow, Thunder Hawks. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So
all rookie.
Nice.
I'm trying to think of it.
Was Ibaka all rookie?
Thunder Warriors.
Yeah, but that's too.
Was he actually?
Let me think of a Seahawk.
I don't think too many people are gonna guess.
You mean a Sonic?
Serge Ibaka.
Yeah, not Seahawk. Yeah, Sonic, not Seahawk. We need a Supersonic. I guess like Jeff Green, maybe, because he was an all rookie for the Sonics, I believe. Yeah. Okay.
Good one.
Nice.
I'm trying to think of a guy who was on both the Warriors and Thunder.
Yeah, this one's actually hard.
Gary Payton and Clark.
Spellman?
Whoa, Twitcher. This show's still on Twitch.
Oh, Mark Spellman was not on the Thunder.
Just guessing any Warrior fan or any Warrior guy you think of.
I was trying to think of those guys who did McAdoo ever make it.
James McAdoo. James Michael McAdoo.
Yeah, he's a Michael McAdoo. He ain't just a regular McAdoo. All right.
I'm trying to think of a wizard.
Let's hurry this up because I am gonna have to go to class.
Bradley Beal. John Wall. Bradley Beal. John Wall.
Did he have? Technically, Dwight Howard was, but who's someone who was on the Wizards? Was Juwan Howard drafted by the Wizards?
Yeah.
That was a clutch one.
Yeah,
Saric. Dude, Saric. Come on, end it on Saric. The legend.
End it on Saric?
I don't know what I Saric. This guy.
Yeah, I don't know who the fuck that guy is. But
I'm confused with Saric. Why isn't
he? He counts. All right, I'm going to class. I will see you boys tomorrow.
Why didn't Saric work?
Dude, this is a Lithuanian basketball player who was drafted in the 6th round in 1987.
Oh my goodness, the 6th round.
Yeah, and he played for Golden State and the Seattle Supersonics.
But why didn't Saric work if he's played for both teams?
Oh, because they probably haven't updated the thing that he's on.
Oh, maybe he needs like a game logged.
Yeah.
It's pretty gay. Can't lie. Just a little.
What just happened? What is this wouldn't it be funny?
Yeah, I got some botter. She just appeared. Yeah, it would. Yeah, it would. Oh my god. Should we do it? Oh my god.
All right, that's it for us today. Did you have anything else? It was a good show.
Damn. The Cubs are on in 7 minutes ago, and they really need a win here.
I need to make YouTube videos, and then I got to finish unpacking and do a bunch of homework. Yeah. So I'm gonna let you be.
Have fun with.
All right, we'll be back tomorrow, guys. Peace out.